Get ready, because today you're going to see your cat with completely new eyes. A lot of people believe that affection is at the top of the list of things a cat loves most, but the truth is that, for them, the world goes far beyond cuddles and lap time. Cats are extremely sensitive, intelligent creatures, full of preferences that we don't always notice. And that's exactly what makes living with them so fascinating. Throughout this video, you're going to discover 7 things your cat loves even more than being petted, and some of them might truly surprise you. If you love cats or live with one, stick with me, because this content can completely transform your relationship. Understanding what really makes a cat happy isn't just a curiosity. It's an important step toward providing well-being, emotional security, and a much more balanced life for them. Many times, without realizing it, we force displays of affection that make sense to us as humans, but not necessarily to them. Meanwhile, we overlook simple actions that would make a feline heart beat faster. And the more you learn about your cat's behavior, the more you realize that love, for them, is much more about respect, freedom, and control over their own environment than constant hugs. And before we continue, take a moment to subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and turn on the notification bell, because that really helps the channel grow and motivates me to bring more content like this for you who love cats. Stay until the end of the video because the last item on this list is one of the most important, and almost no one talks about it. I'd really love to know in the comments if you've noticed this in your cat or if any of these things surprised you. The first thing your cat loves more than being petted is having control over its own territory. For a cat, territory is everything. It's the foundation of their sense of safety, comfort, and emotional balance. Unlike us, who often associate love mainly with physical contact, cats feel truly loved when they know that a space belongs to them and that they can use it however they want. Having control over their territory means being able to move freely around the house, observe the environment from high places, hide when they need quiet time, rest without being disturbed, and explore at their own pace. That's exactly why they love cardboard boxes, shelves, cat trees, scratching posts, and those strategic little corners of the house we don't always notice. These spaces give cats a sense of control and predictability, something essential for feline well-being. When you respect your cat's space and allow them to choose where to stay, where to sleep, or when they want interaction, you're showing love in a much deeper way than with a simple cuddle. Forcing lap time, picking them up, or invading their favorite hiding spot can cause stress, even if your intention is affection. In addition, vertical spaces, places your cat can climb and stay above ground level, help them feel more confident because they can observe everything around them without feeling threatened. This reduces anxiety, prevents conflicts, and even improves behavior. A cat that feels in control of its territory is a calmer, more curious, and emotionally balanced cat. In short, for cats, emotional security is worth more than any physical display of affection. When they know they have control over their environment and that their choices are respected, the bond between you naturally grows stronger. And ironically, that's often when they start seeking your company more, because they feel safe enough to do so. Another thing your cat loves more than being petted is routine. It may sound strange to us, but cats are extremely attached to schedules, patterns, and predictability. For them, knowing what will happen throughout the day brings a deep sense of security. They like knowing the exact time to eat, to play, to rest, and even when they prefer to be left alone. When a routine is stable and predictable, a cat feels calm, confident, and far less stressed. This is because cats rely heavily on environmental control to feel safe. Knowing that food always arrives at the same time, that playtime happens at certain moments of the day, and that rest won't be interrupted helps a cat maintain emotional balance. On the other hand, sudden changes in routine, such as shifting feeding times, constantly moving things around, unexpected noises, frequent visitors, or general inconsistency, can create anxiety, irritation, and even behavioral issues. A stressed cat may hide more often, vocalize excessively, become aggressive, or even stop using the litter box properly. Keeping an organized routine is one of the greatest expressions of love you can give your cat, even if they don't show it in obvious ways. Sometimes caring for a cat doesn't mean giving more physical affection, but offering predictability, stability, and respect for their timing. When a cat trusts that the world around them works in a consistent way, they feel safe enough to relax, and that's when they can truly be happy. The third thing many cats love more than being petted is playing at hunting. For cats, this type of play is not just entertainment. It's a deep need connected to their natural instincts. Even cats that live strictly indoors still carry the drive to hunt, stalk, observe, and capture prey. This is part of what it means to be a cat. Games that simulate hunting activate a cat's brain, stimulate their senses, and help release built-up energy. Wand toys with feathers, toys that move unpredictably, balls, or any object that encourages chasing, ambushing, and pouncing are extremely pleasurable for them. When you play with your cat this way, you're not just spending time together. You're literally speaking their language. Unlike constant petting, which can even bother some cats, hunting-style play respects the feline rhythm and instincts. It allows the cat to focus, plan movements, hide, strike, and win the prey, which creates a strong sense of satisfaction. This type of interaction also strengthens the bond between you, because the cat begins to associate your presence with something positive and stimulating. A cat that plays regularly tends to be more emotionally balanced, less anxious, and less likely to develop destructive behaviors, such as scratching furniture or attacking hands and feet. Play also helps maintain a healthy weight, improves coordination, and contributes to a more structured daily routine. Interestingly, cats whose hunting needs are met often become calmer after playtime, and that's exactly when many of them become more affectionate. In other words, playing the right way at the right time is often worth much more than trying to show affection through constant petting. Crier sua primera imagem. Teve uma idea. Experiment dos nossos novos estilos e filtros selecionados ou invent algo do zero. Experimentar calcada portuguesa cordel TV retrocartaz de Firario a noita baracocalicia navlis bocoratrado de férias dramatica pelucioname retro bobblehead de beisebol rabisco bonica glam 3D sugar cookie alho de peaks nanquim pop arten fita escola de arte. Another thing your cat values more than being petted is the freedom to choose when and how to receive attention. Unlike dogs, who often enjoy constant physical contact, cats are much more independent and selective about interaction. For them, affection is meaningful only when it happens on their own terms. Feeling in control of the situation is essential for a cat to feel safe and relaxed. When you respect your cat's timing and body language, and avoid insisting on picking them up, hugging them, or petting them when they're not in the mood, you build a foundation of trust. Cats communicate clearly through subtle signals: tail movements, ear position, slow blinking, or simply walking away. Ignoring these signals can create stress and make the cat associate your presence with discomfort, even if your intentions are loving. By allowing your cat to decide when they want attention, you show that you understand and respect their boundaries. Over time, this makes your cat feel emotionally secure around you. A cat that feels respected is more confident and more likely to relax in your presence. And that's where the irony comes in. The more you give them space, the more they often choose to be close to you. Many cats will start approaching on their own, rubbing against your legs, jumping onto your lap, or lying nearby just to enjoy your company without being touched. These moments are powerful signs of trust. For a cat, choosing to be near you is one of the highest forms of affection. In the feline world, love is not about constant physical contact. It's about choice, consent, and mutual respect. When you understand that and adjust your behavior accordingly, the bond between you and your cat becomes deeper, calmer, and far more meaningful, built on trust rather than force. Your cat values the feeling of safety even more than physical affection, and this concept goes far beyond simply having food, water, and shelter. For a cat, true security is a complete emotional and psychological experience. It's about living in an environment that is calm, predictable, and free from loud noises, sudden changes, scolding, or any unnecessary stress. Cats are incredibly sensitive to the emotional atmosphere of their surroundings. They can sense tension, anxiety, or anger in humans and other pets, which can affect their own sense of well-being. When a cat feels safe, it can fully relax and behave naturally. This includes exploring new spaces, sleeping in open areas, stretching comfortably, and engaging in instinctual behaviors like hunting, climbing, and scratching. In a secure environment, a cat's confidence grows, and it becomes more willing to interact socially, whether with humans or other pets. On the other hand, a lack of security can lead to stress, anxiety, or defensive behavior, making a cat shy, fearful, or even aggressive. Safety also deeply influences the way cats bond with their humans. A cat that feels emotionally secure is more likely to trust you, seek your company, and express affection on its own terms. This may be subtle, like gentle head bumps, slow blinking, lying nearby, or curling up in your presence. These behaviors indicate a deep trust that often cannot be achieved through physical affection alone. Sometimes, simply sitting quietly near your cat, without touching or imposing your presence, is the most profound way to show love. Furthermore, emotional safety allows a cat to thrive and express its natural instincts without fear. A secure cat will confidently play, stalk toys, explore vertical spaces, and interact with its environment in ways that keep both body and mind active. It is also better equipped to handle changes, such as new people visiting, rearranged furniture, or trips to the vet, because it has a stable sense of its own territory and trust in the people around it. Ultimately, emotional security and a calm, stable environment are far more valuable to a cat than constant petting or physical displays of affection. Providing predictability, quiet, respect for boundaries, and emotional stability creates a safe haven where your cat can truly flourish. In such an environment, your cat's happiness, confidence, and attachment to you deepen naturally, forming a stronger, more genuine bond that lasts a lifetime. Another extremely important thing that cats love even more than being petted is having their natural instincts fully respected. Unlike dogs, who are often trained to follow commands or conform to human expectations, cats rely on a wide range of instinctual behaviors to maintain their physical health, emotional balance, and mental stimulation. Scratching, climbing, hiding, stalking toys, observing the outdoors through a window, or exploring high places are not merely quirks or playful mischief. They are vital expressions of their feline nature. Ignoring or suppressing these behaviors is akin to denying a fundamental part of who they are. Providing appropriate outlets for these instincts is one of the most profound ways to show love to your cat. Sturdy scratching posts, multi-level shelves, elevated platforms, safe window perches, and interactive toys that simulate hunting all communicate the same message. I understand you, and I respect your nature. This silent communication builds trust, fosters a deep sense of security, and allows your cat to feel fully at ease in your home. Cats that feel understood are more confident, relaxed, and emotionally balanced, which significantly enhances the bond between you. When natural behaviors are restricted, the consequences can be serious. A cat prevented from scratching may develop frustration, anxiety, or destructive behaviors. Those denied opportunities to climb, hide, or observe their surroundings may become bored, stressed, or even exhibit health problems. As physical activity and mental stimulation are essential for maintaining strong muscles, healthy joints, and cognitive function. Even seemingly small restrictions can have a large impact on their overall well-being. Respecting your cat's instincts is therefore a quiet but extraordinarily powerful act of love. It goes beyond petting or physical attention. It's about understanding and accommodating who they are at a core level. A cat that is allowed to hunt, scratch, explore, and climb safely is a cat that can thrive, both physically and emotionally. Such respect strengthens the bond between you, not through dominance or forced affection, but through mutual understanding, trust, and freedom. Ultimately, honoring your cat's instincts is about creating an environment where they can fully express themselves in healthy, natural ways. This leads to a happier, more confident, and affectionate companion. When your cat knows that its natural behaviors are accepted and valued, the relationship evolves into one built on genuine respect, deep trust, and long-lasting affection. A connection far richer and more meaningful than any amount of petting could achieve. And now we reach the final point, which may be the most important of all and is often overlooked by many cat owners. Your cat loves being understood even more than being petted. For a cat, being truly understood goes far beyond receiving food, toys, or physical affection. It is about feeling emotionally recognized and having their needs and boundaries respected. Cats are incredibly perceptive creatures. Every subtle movement, a flick of the tail, a twitch of the ears, a slow blink, a purr, or the way they stretch and relax, is a form of communication. Learning to read these signals is essential for creating a genuine, lasting bond with them. When you can accurately recognize and respond to a cat's emotions, whether they are anxious, playful, curious, content, or fearful, you give them the gift of freedom. A cat that feels understood does not need to defend itself, hide, or retreat. They feel safe to explore their environment, express their natural instincts, and interact with you voluntarily. This sense of emotional safety builds trust at a level that no amount of petting or treats alone can achieve. It is a deep, almost silent communication, where the cat knows that their inner world is being acknowledged and respected. Understanding a cat also means recognizing their individuality. Every cat is unique. Some are outgoing and sociable, while others are reserved and prefer limited interaction. Some are highly energetic hunters, constantly seeking stimulation, while others are calm observers, content to sit quietly and watch the world go by. By observing and respecting these differences, you allow your cat to live authentically, without pressure to conform to human expectations. This acknowledgement of individuality strengthens their self-confidence, emotional stability, and willingness to engage with you in ways that are natural and comfortable for them. Furthermore, understanding your cat requires patience, attentiveness, and empathy. It is about knowing when to give them space and when to offer companionship, when to encourage play and exploration, and when to simply let them rest undisturbed. A cat that feels truly understood is more likely to show genuine affection, curling up beside you, nudging your hand, following you from room to room, or simply choosing to sit near you quietly. These gestures are not random. They are conscious acts of trust and connection. The cat is communicating, "I feel safe with you. I trust you. I choose to be near you." Being understood is perhaps the highest form of love a cat can experience. It transcends physical interaction, gifts, or treats. It creates an emotional environment where the cat feels fully accepted, free to express themselves, and confident that their boundaries will be honored. When a cat senses that you truly understand and respect them, the bond between you evolves into something deeper than simple affection. It becomes a profound, mutual connection built on trust, respect, and empathy. This type of understanding also has long-term benefits for both cat and owner. Cats that feel understood are more balanced, less anxious, and more emotionally resilient. They are more likely to engage in healthy behaviors, seek interaction on their own terms, and respond positively to training or environmental enrichment. For the owner, understanding their cat fosters a more harmonious household, reduces frustration on both sides, and allows the relationship to flourish naturally. In short, being understood is not just about noticing behaviors. It's about truly seeing the cat as they are, valuing their individuality, and responding to them with empathy and respect. This creates a relationship that is rich, meaningful, and enduring. When your cat feels fully understood, they don't just tolerate your presence. They actively choose it, sharing their affection, trust, and companionship in the most genuine way possible. That is the ultimate form of love, far beyond any physical petting, treats, or toys. If you've made it this far, take a moment to really reflect on everything we've talked about in this video. Now it's time to think about your cat and your own way of seeing them. Comment below which of these things you recognize most in your feline friend. Maybe they're the type who loves playing hunt, or perhaps they deeply value their territory and every little corner of the house. Maybe having a structured routine is what makes them feel calm, or perhaps above all, they cherish the freedom to choose when and how to receive attention. Or it could be that what matters most to them is simply feeling safe and understood. Every cat is unique, and recognizing these nuances helps you build an even more harmonious and joyful relationship. And if any of these insights have changed the way you observe their behavior in daily life, share it with us. Often, small gestures that seem simple to us, like respecting their space or providing opportunities to play, can mean love, trust, and security to them on a level far deeper than any petting. Sharing your experiences also helps other cat owners better understand their own cats and realize that every feline expresses happiness and affection in different ways. If this video helped you in any way, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who also loves cats. This not only helps the channel grow but also spreads knowledge that can transform how others relate to their felines, making their lives calmer, happier, and more fulfilling. Every gesture of understanding and care truly matters, and together we can create a community of cat owners who are more aware and attentive to the real needs of their cats. Stick around, because there's always new content to help you care for your cat better and strengthen this incredible relationship even more. Remember, loving a cat goes far beyond physical affection. It's about understanding their language, interpreting their signals, respecting their boundaries, and providing experiences that make sense to them. When you create a safe, calm, and stimulating environment where they can express their natural instincts, choose their moments of interaction, and feel emotionally understood, you are giving them the greatest gift a cat can receive: true, meaningful, and respected love. Even if your cat doesn't ask for affection all the time, they feel your love when you pay attention to everything we've discussed today. They notice your patience, your awareness of their signals, the freedom you give them to explore and be themselves. These quiet acts of care and understanding build a deep, lasting, and genuine bond. In the end, every shared moment, every respectful gesture, and every act of empathy transforms your relationship with your cat into something unique. A connection full of trust, love, and mutual respect that they feel and value every day. Loving a cat is much more than petting them. It's about understanding, respecting, and providing the conditions for them to be truly happy. When you do this, every second spent together becomes special, and the love they feel for you goes far beyond any physical gesture. They notice it, feel it, and respond subtly but intensely, and that is exactly what makes living with cats so magical and rewarding.